11:50 a.m. Friday morning. Most of you are probably at work, but I figured I would give it a try. So let's turn this thing on, start reading the comments when they come in, and then get all set up here. Here we go. All's well. Just got to do one thing on the screen here. Sorry for the shaking. Live chat is good. Okay. Let's see who's around. Like I said, weird time. Jimmy, what's up? Number one, baby. Good to see you. Large coffee. Christopher, how you doing? Good to see you. Hello to everyone signing on. Completely random live stream. I needed a cup of coffee, had a little time, figured we'd pop on, answer some questions. Still talking about the next gen. England, hello. Dion, what's going on? It's good to see some people are around. Eric, doing well. How about you? Tomayo in the house. That's good, because after this live stream, I'm going to eat a sandwich, and there will be mayo. Good to see you too, Jimmy. William, what's up, bud? Moy, how you doing? Looking forward to testing the 2022 Tundra. I look forward to testing it as well. Tomayo is sanding a table, listening to the live stream. It's always a good thing. TJ from Canada. Where's his Canadian guys at? They'll be on here. It's always a Canadian live stream. Robert, what's going on, buddy? Dance Master, how you doing, pal? Coffee, absolutely. Reg is here from North Carolina. I love it. Yeah, figured why not? A little fake live stream here. Chris from Michigan, how you doing? Good to see you. 28 of you already. That's pretty good because I didn't expect many because most people are probably working at this point. You know me, I work the weird hours. Doing good. I just woke up. Good, good. I'm glad you could be here. I'm glad you could be here. Hopefully enjoying a nice Java with me. Jeff is here, another Canadian. Yes, well, good. The more Canadians, the merrier. It's the United States' best friend, you know? You're like a 51st state at this point. Had plug-in earbuds, got to call a doctor and let them know about one of their patients in healthcare. Go get it done. Sean, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see you. So, the age-old question. We got a lot of people signing on now. Robert, what's up? Sunny Claremont, Florida. What is the temperature in Florida today? Manny, what's going on? San Antonio in the house. That's good. Now I have to go to read here because on here the messages, they come up for a minute and then they go away. But on here, they do not. So, Andy says, recently traded my modified 2017 Tundra for a 2021 Pro Sequoia in Lunar Rock. Still good to keep up with the Tundra changes. Hopefully see some changes in the Tundra done in the future Sequoia. Oh yeah, the future Sequoia. I would think the next 2 model years or so, you'll see a full remodel. Ryan from Alabama. Good to see you, pal. Hello from New Jersey. Mickey Cup, dude. Agent, hold on, this is a good one. Agent says, hashtag retired, drinking coffee and learning about the new Tundra. Keep up the good work. Thanks for being here, pal. Reg says, yes, sir, working, sneaking a live stream on the clock. Shh, absolutely. Your secret is safe with me. I thank you all for being here. We've been talking next gen so much lately. It's almost to the point where we're going to get over this next gen buzz and go right back into our normal routine. But right now, there's questions to be answered. And it seems everybody is so up in the air right now. I always try to do polls on my channels, I should say channel, and some of my social media accounts, just to see where you guys are at when it comes to, are you even getting a next gen or keeping your current gen? The new question in today's video we are asking everyone is, what engine choice will you be getting? The 3.5 V6 twin turbo straight up, or are you going to get the hybrid, or are you just keeping your current gen Tundra? Just like to see where everybody's at in this. I see 2 groups of people. I've talked about this in a lot of my recent videos. There are people who love the next gen, and there are people who absolutely don't love the next gen and are going to stay with the current gen. Which one are you? I feel like you can't go wrong either way. The next gen is going to bring you all of the modern stuff, all the things a lot of us have asked for. But the old school Tundra is tried and true. It's probably the last of an actual old school truck you will see. Leaf springs, gas hog V8 engine. Everybody's moving a different direction with their trucks now. All manufacturers. Small displacement, forced induction, as we know. Eventually probably going full EV, which I don't know how they're going to do that with infrastructure, but that's another story. Yeah, I just want to see where everybody's at. Like I said, I've seen a lot of disappointment, but I've seen a lot of elation at the same time. There are 2 groups of people. Haven't seen many in the middle. Haven't seen many that say like, oh yeah, you know, I love my current gen, but I can't wait for the next gen, but probably not going to buy one for a while. It's either I love it or I dislike it. So I'd like to see where you guys stand, those of you who have tuned in today. Let's see what we got. Robert says 86 degrees. That's nice. TJ says, is the super engine in the new Tundra or is it different? What I'm thinking is happening, if you look through the Tundra lineups at this point, 3.5 liter V6 pops up a lot. It's probably the same platform that they tune differently for each different vehicle. Because the 3.5's in the Camry, the 3.5 is in the Tacoma. So it's all over the place, and it probably saves them a lot of money. One engine with different tuning here and there. Let's see. Israel says they teased the new Lexus LX600. That'd be cool. Tomato says all new engine. So there you go, all new engine at the same displacement. Interesting. Good question from TJ. James says Hybrid Pro is what I want, or the 1794 Crew Max long bed with the regular twin turbo V6. Once again, in case you don't know, Hybrid will not be available till March 2022. Keep that in mind. Deposit down, waiting to order the Hybrid, probably the Platinum. There you go. Arham says, to my surprise, there was still a brand new Army Green TRD Pro in Ontario, Canada. It was from a small dealership, but shocked to see that. Yeah, for real. Jimmy says it's okay for me. Earl says, I like the truck, but the cab looks smaller. I don't know if it is smaller, but especially the double cab, it does look a little bit smaller. It's probably just the new lines. It's probably the same thing. Oh, man. Dance Master says, our new neighbor has a newer, sorry about the screen shake, I hit the wire. I got to get a wireless mic. One day I'll be modern. A newer Tundra Crew Max Limited. I like it a lot, but we have yet to meet, LOL, as I just moved in last month. I got that, yeah. Well, when you do meet them, bring it up. Sean says, until I see one in person, I'm on the fence with the new truck. I want to like it. I actually have heard I want to like it a lot, too. Dan says, who wants to buy my 2021 limited TRD Army Green with everything on it? Dan's selling his truck. Agent says, by the way, thanks for sporting my patch behind you. We law enforcement officers appreciate the support. Hey, this channel is all about the emergency services and military of the United States and Canada. And that's why you're all back there. So thank you. Don't thank me. Thank you for everything you do every day. You're heroes. Is that a new grill behind you? That is a 2015 to 17, I guess you could say, Quicksand TRD Pro grill. Well, that was the special color in 2016. Had to get it. Leo is law enforcement officer. Bruce says, sticking with my current 2017 1794. Nothing wrong with that. Dance Master says, I totally would, Dan, but don't have money, unfortunately. Maybe Dan's giving it away. You never know. Double Mike says, with price inflation on new and used vehicles for several reasons, do you think they will come down? I don't know, man. I always like to keep my eye on the used sector just because, well, two reasons. Number one, I'm going to have to trade in this TRD Pro eventually, and the offer right now is very high. So eventually that's going to stabilize, but with everything going on in the world, there's a lot of questions and not a lot of answers right now. So, you know, they're talking about all the ships off the coast of, you know, California that can't get in with all the cargo, fuel shortages somewhere around the world, you know, things like that. I don't know if those used prices are going to come down for a while, but it's a wait and see game. It could happen overnight. Who knows? We still have the chip shortage we're dealing with, and rumors have it that that's going to keep going a little bit further through 2022. One person I talked to said into 2023, but I've only heard that from one person, so who knows? The longer that chip shortage goes on, the more you're going to see these used prices stay up. Keep that in mind. But it's a guessing game at this point. Dion says, oh, heck yes, sorry, not put up on hipster lingo or police talk. Okay. Jimmy says, nice. Arham says, I would definitely go TRD Pro 2022. However, I wish the hybrid was available in all trims. And by looking at the next-gen double cab size, I would say Toyota should have got rid of the double cab for good. I think it's a wait-and-see game, because I feel like the double cab is the same size. It's just because everything looks more squared off on the next generation versus the current. It might just be, you know, one of those optical illusions until you see it in person. Hillbilly says, good question, Mike. Antonio says, good morning. How you doing, Antonio? Good to see you. So a TRD Sport for 53 grand. I mean, that's par for the course these days. A year and a half ago, 2 years ago, that TRD Sport would probably be in the high 40s. Dan Z says, Dan is selling it, 1,200 miles on it. That's brand new. Brand new. Why are you selling it, Dan? Jeff says, I'll get past the exterior. If the ECU on my stolen / recovered 2021 can get replaced before the hybrid comes out, I'll stick with the V8 until the 2023 model year. I think I'll go with whichever comes first. There you go. Reg says, I would say, and will always say, if it's a full-size truck, it should be a V8. V6 belong in the mid-size trucks. I'm like Sean, want to like it. Will be keeping my 2017 Platinum for the V8. Well, I mean, your 5.7 liter V8 is going to run for a very long time. Tried and true, bulletproof engine, one of the best in the world. So you might be in that thing for years to come. Antonio says that story from the ships at the California coast is true, but what they are not saying is that the ports and even police are not letting my fellow truckers not do pickups. Kind of off topic, sorry. Yeah, it's a mess out there, and that's what I'm saying. Like, everything that's going on ties into everything, right? So I don't know. That's a whole nother path to take some other day. But yeah, I watch everything. I watch everything that goes on to help you guys with pricing and stuff. This is why I do dealership walks every single week. I want to see if those prices budge a little bit. And it doesn't look like the used prices are budging at all unless they're going more north. Because I'm still seeing your run-of-the-mill TRD Sports completely stocked 2020, 17, 18,000 miles on it, going for 55 grand. So that's way up. So I don't know. It's a tough deal right now. It's a tough deal. Tough time for the next generation Tundra to come out for sure, with the chip shortage, with COVID still around and all that, and some factories have to shut down here across the world in Asia, and there's just so much uncertainty at this point. Crazy time for the next generation Tundra, but hey, we'll see what happens. Joel, what's up, buddy? Jumping in to say howdy from Texas. I have to go to a Teams meeting now, but wanted to wish everyone a great weekend and keep up the great work. Joel, you're the man. You have a great day. You say hi to the whole meeting from us. Absolutely. Sip of coffee timeout. If you have your coffee, cheers. Okay, we're back at it. TJ says, if you were able to keep your current TRD Pro, it would be interesting to see an MPG test while towing. I think the V8 will get better gas mileage. Dude, I would love to keep my TRD Pro. To be honest with you, I'm still very much in love with that truck. To be even more honest with you, I like that truck more than the next generation Tundra. But for the channel, got to do what I got to do. Definitely can't afford both. That truck is not cheap, and the next gen is not going to be cheap as well. And some people who do automotive journalism and videos and YouTube channels and stuff are rich and can do that kind of thing. But me, dude, I unload trucks at night. I got a mortgage and a wife. Got to keep her happy so I can keep buying all this stuff. But yeah, definitely can't afford two trucks. Being real with you, I'm just a guy, I'm just one of you. But yes, you're right. For the channel, it would be great. Just can't do it. Bruce says, I'm worried about payload with the 2022. A lot of people not happy with the payload numbers of the 2022. You are not the first person at all to say that. Mr. Greg Paul says, I still love my 2021 1794 edition Barcelona Red. Might upgrade later. There you go. I love Barcelona Red. Love it. Antonio says, shout out to all my brother truckers out there, by the way. And thank you for the live stream, Tundra Dude. Been a while. And let's not forget to leave a like. 100%. The over-the-road truck drivers are probably the most important people to get us everything we need. I mean, they're definitely the most important people to get us everything we need. If the trucking industry was to slow down or stop, it would be a new America, and not in a good way. Great name. I want the new TRD Pro. Yes, me too, sir. My shirt looks awesome. Yeah, this is an old Eric Jones, his rookie year, when he was 5-hour NG number 77, Furniture Row Racing. I just kind of had it on, to be honest with you. But all I have is Toyota shirts at this point. That's just me. Warrior says, it should have had at least 500 horsepower. It doesn't, and plus it will be overpriced, overrated, he says. I'm sure it won't be hard to get to 500 horsepower. Twin turbos, that's where like a cold air intake actually makes a difference. When you have a turbocharged engine, you could actually get some horsepower out of it. Retune, small things here and there. I'm still the old school. I like the naturally aspirated V8. It's just me. I did add a supercharger at one point. That was fun too. I don't know. I have some growing pains to get through as well. Dan Z says, thank you for all your videos. The information helps a lot. I'm happy to do it for you, Dan. Sir Dylan is in the house. How you doing? Everybody's here. 64 of you on such a weird time. How nice. It means all of you hit your notification bell, and I thank you for that. I heard they made the last V8 yesterday. Yeah, the last V8 came off the line yesterday. It's all done. They're switching over. The retool has begun to the next generation Tundra. TJ says, I'm sure TFL will test it. Oh, yeah. TFL has big money, so they can do all that kind of stuff. They have like a fleet of trucks at this point, so I'm not at that level. I don't think I'll ever be at that level. I'll just be the guy who does these live streams and talks Tundra with you, and to be honest with you, I'm totally happy with that. I don't want it to get to the point where I have to stress. You know what I mean? Like, this is fun. I started this channel to meet like-minded individuals like yourself and talk Tundra. I don't have the production or the budget like some of these big channels have. And you know what? That's fine with me. I'm just in it to talk Tundras with you. That is my ultimate goal. If I could help you in purchasing parts or purchasing a Tundra by giving you information, that is the best for me. I get emails every once in a while from viewers that are thanking me for, you know, the channel because my channel helped them in their purchase of their Tundra, and that's the W for me. That's what I care about. Earl says, hi Earl, the base model has a lot of power. Why is the towing only 8,000 pounds? It's a great question. We shall see. We need the truck to really actually come out so we could do some real world testing out there and see what's up with all the numbers. James says 1794 Pro is definitely what I want in 2022. Okay, so the 1794, I'll be honest with you. Before the truck was officially released, before I ever saw it, the 1794 was what I planned on getting next, because you guys know me. If you've been around the channel a long time, you know I've always wanted that 1794 Tundra. I can't get over the front end of the new 1794. It's just like beyond chrome, and you know how I feel about chrome. I'm not a big chrome guy. And sure, I could probably change out that grille to like a Pro grille or something like that, but if I'm about to spend like 60K on a brand new Tundra, I don't want to have to change something out right away. I want to get what I want up front. First, I saw that like whitish beige interior they had, and I thought that was the only option, and I was so confused. But then you can also, oops, sorry about that, that's the mic. You can also get, you know, that old school brown, whatever you want to call it, orange interior. There's a choice now for the 1794, which I think is very smart because a lot of people out there weren't feeling that orange interior. But that grille completely turned me away. The current gen 1794 has a lot of chrome up front, but it has like, with the chrome grills, like each bar of the chrome grill has like a black outline to it in the back, so it doesn't look as bad. So that really turned me off to that. TRD Pro is what I want, a hybrid TRD Pro. I'm not going to pay a markup, I'll tell you right now. I'm not going to deposit and pre-order either. I'm just going to kind of wing it when the time comes. If there's a massive markup on them, I'll wait. It just is what it is. I'm not going to pay a markup. And I don't really believe in deposits, to be honest with you. If I go to a dealership and I sit down with a salesman and I tell you, look, this is the truck I want to buy. This is what I want to do. You take my information. That should be good enough. A deposit to me, I'm weird with them. So, and that's just a me thing. I lost where I was. Aaron says, any insight into the 2022 pricing? There is not any insight as of yet, but I think that's coming real soon, and the minute it does, we will talk about it. But I mean, if we could sit here and guess, it's going to be insane, I would think. I mean, maybe not insane, but what I always say is this. Look at the current generation. I'm going to use my Pro because I know that price 100%. My Pro sticker was $56 and change, so we'll say $57,000, okay? They have a new Pro. That new Pro has a ground-up remodel involved in it, all new stuff. They added more stuff to the Pro. You can add at least $5,000, and I'm being friendly with that, right on top of it. And then when you add in the potential of dealer markups and stuff like that, it may get very expensive. As we go down into the trims a little bit, I hope the prices aren't too insane, but it's a remodel, so at least $3,000 up is what I'm thinking. And this is a total guess, total guess. It's a wait-and-see game on that one. I really hope they surprise me. And that would be the game-changer aspect if the prices are exactly the same. Maybe you'll be in one of their videos at TFL. To be honest with you, it is what it is. I don't try to be in anyone's videos. And not for any reason other than the fact that, you know, I know what this channel is and I know the direction I want to take it. So it is what it is. But thank you. I appreciate you, TJ. You're a good man. More Clutch says, selling my V8 for a new Pro. I'm over 14 mpg at $5 a gallon. And that's another thing that's pushing people out of the current gen quite a bit too. Gas prices are up. These, you know, filling the Tundras nowadays are pretty insane. 38-gallon tank on a lot of our Tundras. Takes a lot of fuel. RIP 5.7 liter V8. we will miss you. It was a great time. Sorry it has to end, but it does. Antonio says, is it this weekend that Toyota is going to reveal the MPG? I don't think so. Not this weekend. Tomato says, guys, hit the like button. I like this show way more than TFL. Well, I appreciate that. There's some good guys over there. There's really is. Nathan's a good dude. I've, professionally talked with Nathan for, wow, I started this in 2016, probably since around then. Andre's a cool guy. Again, I've talked with him a few times. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it without it not really making a ton of sense to the folks on the other end of this camera right now. When I started this, did I ever think it would even get to the point it's at now? No. I just wanted to meet people and talk about Tundras. There's nothing flashy. If you look back, I think I have almost 2,000 videos now. I just want to talk Tundra. That's it. I don't live near Moab. I live in New Jersey. You can't even off-road in New Jersey anymore. So I turned this channel from, if you look in the beginning, it was more building up a TRD Pro that I had back in the day, 2016 Mag Gray, beautiful truck. And then we did the Platinum Pro project on the 2017, and I've kind of turned the turned the channel more into an informational Tundra channel at this point, where you can get like your news on what's coming, things about parts, things about, deals on trucks. The dealership walks are by far the most popular video on the channel. That and the live streams are the two most popular things on the channel. I try to do them as much as humanly possible. I love doing the dealer walks because I do them anyway. So to be able to, talk into a phone, I use my phone for that, and then have you guys watch it and, report back with comments, kind of shows me, it's like we're walking together, or it's like with these live streams, it's like we're sitting around a giant dinner table talking Tundra, and that's what I want this channel to be, and it has been, and you guys seem to like it, so we'll keep going with that. Mesquite Brown 1794 may be better with the chrome. There are some colors that definitely work well with chrome. I always felt like black works really well with chrome. Silver and the chrome work well together because it kind of blends into each other nicely. James said, we just said that, okay. More Clutch says, LOL, who likes chrome? Chrome sucks. Well, there are folks out there who like it. Body color options should be available. I'm just saying that. The world is going body color options or blacked out options. We've been there a while. Toyota should start to catch up on that, and they are. Jimmy said, excuse me, 2022 Toyota Tundra, 12,000 pounds towing, beats the Nissan Titan. Just remember, with the 12,000 pound towing rating, it's only for certain trims, if you will. For instance, the 10,200 max towing capacity of the current gen, I believe that's in a two-wheel drive double cab SR. So it matters the cab, it matters the trim. Keep that in mind. No front tow hooks, says Steve. What the heck? By the way, Illinois still sucks. That's funny. I got to look into that. People keep reporting that back. I'm hoping somehow, some way, there is tow hooks, or else, well, what's the point, right? TJ says, TFL does a segment called I Love or Hate My Ride. They do an interview with you in your truck. One day you'll have to show up there, and they'll give you a shout out. Maybe. I don't know. I'll be honest with you, my time is so limited with my real job. I work overnight. In case any of you don't know, I work overnight. 9 to 6 is usually my shift, usually a little after 6. And then I got to come home, sleep, somehow make a video, eat dinner, say hello to the wife. I try to blend all my time in there. So my time on YouTube is usually directed to this channel, unless I'm sitting there having coffee and I'm just looking at something that has nothing to do with automotive, catch up on the news, that kind of stuff. Tomato says, same here, waiting until March, April 2022. All right, I hear you. Mr. Greg says, which 1794 do you want, the TRD off-road or regular 1794 with hybrid option? I would want the TRD off-road. I think that's a given. In fact, let's ask everyone right now. I want to hear from 88 of you. If you would buy a 1794, would you get the regular or TRD off-road package? Don't forget, the TRD off-road package with the 1794 is a $100 add-on. $100 add-on to get the TRD off-road package on the 1794 in today's current generation. It should probably be the same. If you go down into SR5, that TRD off-road package gives you more because there's a lot less equipment on an SR5. You pay more for it. But on the 1794, $100. Steve says, markup is BS. They can keep it. I hear that, buddy. I totally 100% agree. No dealer markups. Cheers. Okay. Jonathan says, $12,000 markup now on a 2021 SR5 in Columbia, South Carolina. $10,000 just on wheels and tires, no bedliner or running boards. No bueno. Rodeo, what's up, buddy? Afternoon, Mark, just woke up. Since I work overnight like you, yes, there it is, I think those are the best hours, just my opinion. I agree with that. But anyway, it's too bad Toyota didn't make a dually. Would have loved to see that one. One thing I could say to you guys, if you want to see things like a dually or a heavy-duty Tundra, the only way to do your part is to buy the product, because the more they sell, the more budget they'll have and the more leeway they'll have to do crazy things like that. Right now, it doesn't make sense in their market share to do anything heavy-duty. It just doesn't. John says, right now in Ontario, CrewMax Premium, 66,000 Canadian on 2021, and that is most dealers. We don't have that dealer markup, at least that I have seen. Well, there you go. Dion says, not worried about gas. There you go. Tim says, what gear ratio is the rear axle on the new Tundra? I have no idea. It's 430 on the current gen. It can't be that on the next gen. So if anyone knows that answer, hit it up. Taryn, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. John says, more embargo lifted next Tuesday. This is true. So check out the channel next Tuesday. There will be a video. Romero, if I got that wrong, I'm sorry. Do you think the Tacoma is coming in 2023? Because we are beginning to see prototypes of them being tested. 2023 or 2024? I would pretty much say 100% on one of those years. I'm thinking, oh wait, hold on. Antonio says, it's your honesty and authenticity that makes your channel great. You're definitely doing something right. Well, I appreciate that. And like I said, I'm here to, number one goal, I'm here to talk Tundras. There's nothing special. I don't walk down here, you know, turn on the camera, go, hey guys, what's going on? No, this is me, man. This is just it. So I appreciate you guys watching 100%. Absolutely. I mean, that's what keeps the channel going, you guys watching it. But my thing is, I love to represent the emergency services and military. I like to use my platform to represent the heroes of our great country and Canada. That's a big deal to me. I come from a line of law enforcement and firefighters and Army, so I got to give love to them. Wounded Warrior Project, that's where you got to look at if you're into that kind of thing. Aaron says, I'm thinking base model goes up 2,500, upper trims goes up $5,000. That's a safe bet right there. I would go with that too. Let's see. Roger says, house chrome, but I'm thinking you mean to say, I don't know. Maybe you hate chrome. TJ says, Voodoo Blue was and still is my favorite color Tundra. When I first saw Voodoo Blue in pictures, I was like, Toyota, what are you thinking? That is way too bright for a giant half-ton cab, right? But over time, it grew on me, and when I actually saw it in person, I fell in love with it. Voodoo Blue is awesome. Million says, keep the current gen. Absolutely. Jonathan says, TRD off-road. John says TRD. Steven says TRD. Tomeo says TRD. Jamie says TRD. Everyone goes TRD for the 1794. You have to. Again, because the next gen, there's not the information we need for that yet. Let's just use the current gen 1794. So if you get the current gen 1794, you get those big chrome-clad wheels, 20-inch. And sometimes the platinum wheel comes on the 1794, also in 20-inch. If you go TRD off-road, I think the TRD off-road wheels in the current gen are probably the best-looking wheel Toyota offers currently. It's 18 inches, and then you get the all-terrain tire that's available on the Pro. So it just helps the look a lot. It's a lot less massive chrome, not blinding you from the chrome. It does a great job. I don't know. That's the way I feel. But everybody's different, and that's why options are good. Let's see. Dance Master says, TJ, Voodoo Blue is my favorite, but that Army Green is growing on me. I do like the Army Green. Roger says TRD Off-Road. Jules says TRD Off-Road. Dion says 1794 TRD Off-Road package. If I'm getting the best, I want everything I can get. If you're paying the money, you might as well get the Bilstein shocks, you know, the different wheels, the different tires, the skid plate. You know, it's small little things. If you like the decal on the bed or not on the side of the bed. Antonio says 1794 with TRD. Absolutely. Dance Master says TRD off-road, current gen, no next gen. Terrence says 2025 all-electric Tundra. Have you heard? I mean, I don't know the year, but it's coming. I mean, it's going to come eventually. EVs are in right now. I'm still on that mindset of infrastructure throughout the country. I'm still on that mindset of EVs towing big weight. How much does that you know, beat up the mileage? You know how they give you like, oh, this battery or whatever will go 300 miles. If I'm towing 10,000 pounds, what's that going to get me? How often do I need to charge? How quick can I charge my vehicle? Because I don't know about you, but I've been on the highway. New Jersey Turnpike is like the only place in New Jersey that has like the Tesla recharge zones. And it looks like they line up for that. while I run in and get gas in 5 minutes and leave. So I don't know. I'm sure they'll keep working on it. It's all about the infrastructure, though. The best people to ask about that are over-the-road truckers. They see, you know, in the truck stops and everywhere across the country, the Loves, you know, the stuff like Pilot, all the big truck stops, you know, are there EV chargers going up or no? Tomato says 1794 TRD off-road hybrid, not paying any markups. I feel you on that. One more thing to add with the EV stuff. I think hybrid is the best of both worlds. You still got, you know, a gas engine, but you have a battery as well. It's the best of both worlds while they figure out what to do next down the road. They shouldn't rush anything. Just my opinion. TJ says, TRD Sport all the way. Who buys a $55,000 truck to go off-road? That guy. That guy gets the high five. TJ saying some truth. Tim says, 430 is a true truck axle. I agree with that. That blew some minds in 07 when they came out with that. Justin says, current gen. Every time I see the 2022, I see GMC Chevy all over it. Current gen with 38-gallon tank for me. Justin, a lot of people feel the way you feel, my friend. A lot of people. I've heard some funny jokes with that. Million says, markups are illegal. Hashtag that. I don't like the markups. Jonathan says, October 12, they say all is revealed. We'll keep that in mind. That's Tuesday, right? There we go. James says, TRD off-road package, but with airbags on the 1794. There you go again. I'm sorry for the screen shake. I keep hitting the wire. Just buy a Cameron hybrid. I agree with Justin. Okay. Steven says, with the hybrid, it seems you lose all secure storage inside the cab under back seat. Yep. Or is there any space behind the seat? I don't know. Here's the thing about that. So if you do get the hybrid, the battery pack is under the seat, so you don't get that under seat storage. So you're pretty much in the same position as you would be in with the current gen. I don't think there's any storage behind the seat. So I don't know. But you're going to get great gas mileage. It's a hybrid. Adam from Long Island. Let's go Islanders. Let's start a good season and win the Stanley Cup this year. Yes, sir. Don't forget us truck drivers. I never do. Tom says, I can't wait long enough for new Tundra and end up... Oh, so you ended up buying a Ram 1500 Limited Blackout. Nice, buddy. Very nice. Let me know what you think over time, for sure. M says, appreciate your work on this channel. Do you need some help from us to get a new mic setup? Seems your volume is getting lower and lower. How's it feel right now? I don't need help from getting a mic setup. It's weird. Hold on, I'm going to unplug it and then plug it back in. This thing is... Hold on. Okay, we're plugged back in on the mic. I apologize for the volume issues. Let me know if it is good now, if it's better, or if it's the same. Sorry about that, M. Jimmy says TRD. Tomeo says, James G, stay away from the airbags. I have a 4Runner with the airbags. Nice for on-road driving, but very technical. Aaron says, get the off-road for sure. M says, by the way, would like for you to do a comparison on your upcoming Tundra and the next version of the Sequoia. Oh, yeah, absolutely. When the Sequoia comes out, I will definitely take care of that. Robert says, why wouldn't you go TRD on the next gen? You'll get locker and crawl control. There you go. Million says, I would buy a full electric Tundra. Dion says, my uncle has an order in for the all-electric Ford Lightning. TJ says, I'm not a fan of green on a truck unless it's lime green. That's pretty much opposite of everyone else, but yo, do you, man? No one likes the lime green from what I talk to, but hey, whatever, right? To each their own. Dion says, he's done the numbers and mileage for Drives 500. Maybe, don't quote me on that. Million says, I'm at the Loves in Laramie, Wyoming now, and there are no chargers for electric trucks here. Okay. Antonio says, TD, what's your take on Toyota not going lithium on the hybrid battery on the new gen? All budget. I would think that's all budget all the way. Trying to save money wherever they can, hopefully down the road, or they have something else cooking that's not ready yet. Jonathan says, I'm over-the-road driver, all East Coast and Midwest. The truck stops are steering clear of the charging stations. There you go. Mr. Greg says, I hope to get retractable running boards for my 2022 1794 TRD. Now, I did see on the Platinum that it had retractable running boards. Is that going to be an option on the 1794 as well? I would think so. It's the same trim pretty much. One's a Western package, one's not. Terrence says, hey, I know the Tundra had a bad crash test rating before. With this new front end that's wide open, do you think it's gotten worse? No, I think they focused on their crash test rating. It's that corner one. It's a newer crash test rating. I forget what they call it, but it's like the little side corner one. So we'll see. But obviously the crash test rating has got to go up a little bit. I'm sure they focused on front end safety. Z71 Grizzly, how you doing, buddy? Is this platform going to be something that could lead to a new HD truck? Like I said before, it's all going to depend on sales. For them to do anything extra with the Tundra, there's got to be budget there to do it. Once again, I want to say this, I do say this a lot, and I apologize if it's repetitive, but it's good for everyone to know. Think of the Ford F-150. That is Ford's premier vehicle. They spend all their money on that. That is where all their money goes to. Toyota, the Tundra is not their main priority. It's just one of many vehicles. The Camry, the Corolla, the Highlander, the RAV4, all those are their main squeeze vehicles. Point A to point B cars are what I always call them. So the budget with the Tundra is a lot different than that of the F-150. So if they sell a lot of Tundras and there's a lot of interest, then a budget makes sense to do something like a heavy-duty truck. Also, another thing I bring up every once in a while, Toyota being a Japanese company doesn't help with half-ton market or heavy-duty owners, because half-ton and heavy-duty owners, truck owners in America, are very loyal to their brand. They want to buy American. You hear that a lot. Even though the Tundra is one of, if not the most American-made trucks of all the half-tons, Toyota is still a Japanese company, and that pushes some of these owners, potential owners, away. Very loyal group of people out there. Keep that in mind. Hold on, I'm totally, okay, there we go. Let me take a sip of coffee and we'll keep going. Okay. So, hope that helps, Z71. Terrence says, I had the pleasure of seeing one in action. It sounds great and moves great. There you go. Roger says, good volume. Terrence says, dude, your mic was fine the first way. I apologize for that. Mic is working fine on my end by the sound of it. John says, heard the JBL option put fake engine noise in cab. Is that able to be disabled? It is in some. I'm going to use different manufacturers out there. When they have the fake engine sounds, you can turn that off. So I'm hoping in the Tundra that's an option as well. M says, on the mic post, meant not for this live stream, but with the uploads from the last few months, your channel is the only one. I maxed the volume. Thanks again for your work. Yeah, sometimes. I'll tell you when the volume is really terrible. When I'm driving in the Tundra and I'm doing a video, it's, for some reason, the volume on the GoPro, when it hears the exhaust, it changes. It tries to adjust when the exhaust, like if I'm down on the pedal going through the gears. So it's a huge pain on that one. I apologize for this mic. I will do better. I promise. I'll get a new mic. Jules says, does anyone know the length of the new Tundra in the Crew Max 5.5 foot bed yet? I don't believe that's out there yet, but if anyone knows it, go. Ryan says, what about the brown interior for the 1794? Haven't seen many pics or videos for it. I think they're really pushing that beige interior, but there is the brown still available. Dion says, hit the like button. Dariush, if I said that wrong, I'm sorry. No front tow hooks could be a deal breaker. Also hate the rear bumper integration. Okay? Robert says, it's called offset crash test. Thank you very much. Dion says, 87 here, only 30 likes. I got the same. Jerome says, hello, Jerome. I've seen retractable running boards on the 1794 as well. Awesome. Mario says, good morning from Central, and then it cuts off. Valley, California. There he is. Jason says, what kind of warranty do you think Toyota will have on EV systems? To wait and see game. The warranty is going to be the thing that sells those trucks. They got to have a great warranty for sure. Antonio says, I'm a trucker also. I run the West Coast, and most truck stops have EV charging stations except for Love's. This is what Mario was trying to say. Good morning from Central Valley, California. It's finally raining here, so we are going to hear great Tundra news. There. Ogie says, have not heard anything about remote start. No, I'm sure remote start will be part of it. Let's hope so. Let's hope it's standard. Let's just hope so. Copy that says, nice hat, where can I get one? All right, a lot of the Toyota stuff I wear, including all those hats behind me and like the mug and all that, I guess I'll do my plug now. Go to the website Toyota Outfitters, okay? That is the official merchandise of Toyota TRD and Toyota Racing. That's where you get it. Use promo code TundraDude, one word, all capitals, saves you 25% site-wide. We're talking hats, all the clothes, tailgating equipment, cups, mugs, pins, clocks, everything you could want, apparel and merchandise-wise. Toyota Outfitters, promo code TundraDude, one word, all capitals, saves you 25%. And if you need Toyota parts, sparksparts.com, promo code TundraDude34, saves you 5%. There are my plugs. Priscilla says 2015 Nissan Pathfinder Platinum CVT transmission, it jerks. Well, a lot of people don't like the CVT. CVT is not a favorite of many. As far as the Nissan thing, I don't know. Dion says, love hearing you on the Tundra. Last time we'll hear real V8. Yeah. Terrence says, we need some more Tundra Dude merch. Go down to Teespring. They changed their name. I think it's Spring now. But right under this video, if you want to check out the TundraDude34 merchandise, go to my Teespring page. The link is below us. And see if you find anything you like there. There's a few that people like. I Force, I Win, which is a tribute t-shirt to the 5.7 liter V8, and the 2022 Tundra Make Half Tons Great Again are the two most popular shirts I sell. Dion says I can't say that. Getting the next gen in 3 years. There you go. Gilmer says, I finished paying my Tundra $40K. I'm not ready for another $40K with markup. We'll get to $80K for sure. Enjoy what you have. Copy that. Love that. Do you think the new truck will boost the resale on the second gen? Everyone's asking that. That is going to be a wait and see. Will the value go down or will the value go up? If you're asking me off the record, I'm thinking the value at least remains the same. Not talking about like the chip shortage stuff, but I think there will still be a lot of value in the second gen. There's still a lot of V8 people out there. I keep hitting the wire. Let's see. I like the Toyota Tundra Platinum, says Priscilla. Yeah, Platinum's awesome. Even in the current gen, the Platinum's awesome. Ken says, just got here. Forgive me if you discussed already. Good morning. Are you going to get to do a hands-on driving on the Tundra this coming week? Negative. That is a negative. I will not get to do that. Terrence says, I Force, I Win. Brilliant. Antonio says, CVT on my wife's Accord works great. No complaints yet. There you go. Priscilla says, the 2015 Nissan Pathfinder Platinum hates stop-and-go traffic. Get out of that Nissan. Get into a Toyota. That's the best advice I have for you. Oh, man. I got to be at the bowling alley in an hour and a half. A little bowling practice today. LOL from Taryn. I'm going to finish this coffee right now. Switch to water. Okay, I'm all caught up for once. Very rare when I get caught up on these things, but it looks like I'm all caught up right now. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, now is the time. I'm going to put this thing down for a minute and have a sip of water. So, okay, I got an off-the-subject question. What are you guys doing this weekend? You doing anything fun or are you hanging out? I'm not doing anything fun. Jersey lingo. Oh, boy. Toyota got the best navigation. The wife's calling, gotta go. When the wife calls, you gotta go. That's the way. Bowl a strike. I will bowl a strike. Working, Tomeo says. Toyota didn't used to have the best navigation. I used to hate their navigation in my 2014 Tundra. It never worked right. It sent me weird ways. I went to my phone. But the current one is actually very good. Dance Master says, my mom's 18 Grand Caravan has an infamous 6-speed auto that's prone for problems, 66,000 miles and going all right so far. There you go. Biserman in the house. The big Detroit Red Wings fan. Deer hunting time. There he goes. Dan says, love my 2019 Limited. There you go. Dance Master says, chilling this weekend. Got orientation for a job Sunday morning. Might as well enjoy it before that. What do you think about Stephen Welch's guess at MPG? What was the guess? Give me the guess. Arong says, oh, Aaron G. Aaron. Still not sure of the long flatter hood of the 2022. Maybe just me, though. It is not just you, good sir. I feel the same. Gilmer says, a friend is charging me $200 to paint all my chrome. Professional paint. Same color, matching paint. That's a good deal. Taryn says, the onboard power plug, I think it's only 400 watt. People think Toyota should have upgraded like the competition and had an onboard generator. Maybe someday. Maybe a couple years from now. Honeydew is correct, Roger. 100% correct. Jamie says, boat seat repairs. All right. John says 22 and 28 for the hybrid. That would be awesome. Because if you remember, I made a video, man, must have been 2 or 3 years ago. One of the rumors I was getting was 30 mpg. So they were aiming for 30 mpg, so that would be right there. That'd be big. Antonio says, cleaning the garage, painting, and hundreds of other honey-do lists. I like it. Ken says, just got e-bikes riding today and tomorrow. Love these e-bikes. What is an e-bike? Talk to me, Goose. Ryan says, it better be 25 plus mpg. That's a game changer. Peaceful Man says, will the retractable running boards be an option on the TRD Pro? I don't think the TRD Pro. I hope so, but I think they're saving that for the higher trims. At least that's what I've seen. It might be like an option you could get on it, but I don't think it'll be something that's necessarily standard, if that makes sense. M says, volunteering on a couple of farms and ranches in southeastern Wisconsin, fall harvest and calving time. Very nice. That's a good way to spend some time. Priscilla says, I love the Toyota Sienna minivan. They last forever. Tomato says, yep, needed that onboard generator. Jerome says, I've seen your favorite interior colors available for the 1794. Would you change your mind and get a 1794 or keep the plan and order a TRD Pro? TRD Pro's the answer for me. Like I said, I don't want to have to keep buying trucks. I'd like to buy one and have it for a long time, so I want to get exactly what I want. And then I'll use press vehicles to update you guys every year on all the changes until something massive changes again, and then move on from there. That would be my plan. Sam says, installed the Sprint throttle booster on Tacoma. Big difference in response. Oh, electric bikes. Bike with the electric motor assist, Ken says. Yes, there's a few people I see cruising around town. I can't believe, and I don't know if this is different from state to state, I can't believe there's not a license requirement for those. Seeing the way people whip around here on those things. I'm sure it's coming down the road. Got to detail the truck and finish yard work. I hear you. Priscilla says, Nissan Xterra coming back. The Xterra was a stupid move for Nissan to get rid of. The Xterra was awesome. I don't know why they got rid of it. Robert says, cleaning my garage to park my 2021 XSP. A lot of people have a lot of chores to do this weekend. Copy that. Windshield Pearl is going to be a nice ad. I agree with that. Gilmer says, how are you doing with the red meat? Still not eating red meat. Nope. Still on the chicken, turkey, and seafood diet. I miss red meat, though. Terrence says, can't wait to see you riding and reviewing your 2022. Yeah, I'm going to really miss this 2020 I have, though. I'll be completely honest with you. We got e-scooters down here in Columbia, Missouri. All right. I am getting a next generation 100%. Someone actually scolded me a couple weeks ago. I made a video on how I'll miss my current gen, and they basically went off on me that I need to get a next gen for the channel. And I was like, well, I never said I wasn't getting a next gen. I just said I'm going to miss my current gen. Chill, man. So you should see some of the comments I get sometimes. Dan says, I'm in a 2019 Tundra. Wife's ride is a 2019 Highlander. No turbos or electric for me. There you go. Ken says, just like older ones driving huge diesel pushers, not needing a CDL. There you go. Aaron says, new Tacoma will be 2024 model year, coming out in late 2023. Aaron with the save. Thank you, sir. Jimmy says, Xterra complete with the 4Runner, or compete with the 4Runner. Yeah, that makes sense. Reg says, I like the tailgate release on the 2022. Elbow bump, like the new handshake these days. I guess so. Terrence says, you should keep it. Chat, let's do a GoFundMe to pay. No, listen, let me tell you how I feel about GoFundMe. To me, and I may be completely wrong on this, I'd like to hear what you guys think. I see a lot of people do like GoFundMe and things like that. GoFundMe, to me, is for dire straits. You know, like some kind of medical bill came up out of nowhere, excuse me, and you can't afford it. GoFundMe, asking your friends and family for help. As far as keeping a $60,000 truck to get a $70,000 truck, no, like morally, I can't even consider that. That's why I'm stupid. Let's see. David says, stopped at Cabela's yesterday and seen an electric bike, $4,500. Ooh, a good down payment for a truck. That's a lot of money. I just like to pedal. I'll just pedal. My old school. Priscilla says, how do you update the factory navigation for a 2015 Nissan Pathfinder Platinum? I have no idea. I would call Nissan, or next time you go in for an oil change or something, they can reflash it, but you'll probably have to pay. Terrence says, just joking, man. Yeah, but nah, I don't know. I'm weird about the GoFundMe stuff. Is your brother still going to buy your current gen TRD Pro? I don't know. I'll have to ask him again. My brother's a writer. Okay, I don't know if you guys know this. If you're into murder mystery thrillers, my brother is a writer, Matthew Farrell. It all depends on how his books do. If his books are doing good, he'll probably buy the truck. If it's not doing so good, he probably won't. That's the way I look at it. Tomato says, nah, the older Pathfinder was a good competitor to the 4Runner. The Xterra is a Jeep Cherokee. Oh, boy. I remember the old Pathfinders. I did love those. You're right, though. Fred says, I'm going with Mike Swear's word on the Tundra. 2022 Platinum all the way, baby. Hard to say bye to the 5.7, though. Agree. Very much agree. I feel like what's going to happen is I'm going to end up getting rid of my 2020 Army Green TRD Pro, which I absolutely love, and I'm going to regret it down the line. That's just me. Then I'll have to go find it again and buy the same truck back. I think at the price tag it is, the standard warranty needs to be longer. I agree. I agree, definitely. Do you know of any auto shows that might have a ride and drive for the new Tundra? Now, copy that. Here's what usually happens. When something new comes out, I'll use the one I would always go to. I would always go to the New York International Auto Show in the Javits Center up in Manhattan. And whatever the new Toyota vehicle was, they always had like a track setup where, you know, they would take you and show you the braking and show you the acceleration and stuff like that. So I would be hoping this year, or 2022 we should say, you'll see a lot of that wherever Toyota has a spot to have a track. Big Perm says, the painted A-pillar in black on all models looks goofy. I think what you're going to have to do is body color that thing or put a wrap on it or something. A lot of people don't like that at all. All Terrain Nation says the new 2022 Tundra is fun to drive. I know you got your chance at it. I'm jelly, but I will be driving it soon, so I'm not too jelly, but you're still the man. Priscilla says Toyota's got a heck of a stereo. It really depends on what Toyota you get. I will say when I drove the Land Cruiser as a press vehicle that had a system in it called JBL Synthesis. It was like JBL on steroids. I loved it. They need it in the Tundra. Because the JBL in the Tundra leaves a little bit to be desired, to be honest with you. Tomeo says, I have a 96 4Runner Limited and a V8 4Runner Limited and sold my 95.5 4Runner to my friend that owned a Pathfinder. Shouldn't have sold my 95 because of the tailgate. You had a lot of 4Runners, bud. Jimmy says, not anymore. Nissan Pathfinder is unibody. Yep. Ryan says, they will at Formula One and MotoGP this year in Austin, Texas at COTA. I can't wait for NASCAR to go back to COTA because when they were there this year for the first time, it rained and ruined the race. Terrence says, what accessories will you be adding to your truck, if any? You're a trendsetter. Thanks, buddy. Guaranteed. I got to see what's coming out for the truck, but day one, tires. They missed on the tires with the TRD Pro again. They don't look the part. I mean, I like Wild Peaks, but just go a size up on that sidewall. There's too much wheel gap. It's the same thing with the current gen TRD Pro. They got to figure that out. So that'll be something I do. The Dewitch says, enjoying my new 2021 Luna Rock TRD Pro. It was worth the 4-month wait and the trip to Florida to pick it up. That's always fun, though. That's always fun, the trip to pick it up. Isaiah says, honestly, keeping the current gen less truly is more. These trucks aren't that much better than the current generation. The only real advantage is a locker, but how often are we going to be using it? That's a great point there. Big Perm says, what's with those camo fender flares on the TRD Pro? I'm not quite sure on that yet. It's like a mix between the old school military camo and like the new like digital boxes. I don't know, man. Good call, though. Christopher says, working with my local Toyota dealer on getting a 2021 TRD Pro Crew Max magnetic gray metallic. It's looking promising so far, and I should find out today whether it's going to happen or not. No dealer markups. That's the way to do it. Teo, I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Crew Max with 6.5-foot bed. Sold my 2019 SR5 to wait for it. Put profit into Dogecoin before it went big, and now we'll get platinum for free. Love your show. That's a big score right there. Wish you went to test drive in Texas. I wish I did too. I was invited, but we're in a weird, I'll be honest with you, we're in a weird work situation in Mikasa right now because my wife is student teaching to get her master's to become a full-fledged teacher. So there's only one income, me, and I can't miss work at all. So that's where we're at right now. It is what it is. So that's why I didn't go to Texas. 2 times I was invited. Priscilla says, we got a 2019 Chevy Malibu LT Turbo. It goes quick. There you go. Dance Master says, Priscilla, our van has the Dodge Pentastar V6. It's fast for a minivan. I love it. Antonio says, random question. Do you foresee rust issues with this new box frame? I hope not. I hope Toyota at this point would really, really look at the rust issues they had in the past and move forward in the right direction. I think we're going to be okay. But I'm up by the ocean, so I'll be the first to show you rust if there is any. Tomeo says, still have the 4Runners, but I'm a new Tundra dude as of June 2020. Well, welcome aboard, buddy. Alternate says, Mark, I was told the reason they will not add better tires are due to customer complaining about road noise. So they would rather allow customers to change versus fussing at Toyota. That sounds like a corporate answer to me. Taryn says, hey, Chris, I'll send you mine. Tomeo says, Antonio, I think they used some special treatment for the new frame. Good stuff. Priscilla says, we got a 2019 Chevy Malibu LT. It's not new, it's used. I always like the Malibu. I don't know why. Dance Master says, Priscilla, how is that Malibu holding up? I've been on the fence about getting one, but I've heard they're extremely unreliable. Engine failures and all. Reg says, off-road package, best 100 ever spent. Exactly. Why would you not do it? $100 extra when you're already spending 55 to 60 grand. It's a must-have. Must-have. And for me, man, it's got to be hybrid. You know, there was a time where, because the non-hybrid is coming out in December, there was a time there where I got the itch and I was like, oh, I really want that next gen. But I'm waiting for the hybrid. No doubt about it. Love the truck. Sad to say, but I'm looking forward to improved fuel economy, says Jason. I think a lot of people are in the boat you're in, my friend. Absolutely. It's just one of those things where, you know, with the gas prices going up and everything, and, you know, people just want better gas mileage. Chris says, hey, Turin, I'm never going to get the names right. What do you have? How much? Gilmer says, I want to buy the 4Runner TRD Pro, but the 270 horsepower is what is holding me back. I will tell you this. My wife drives a 2020 4Runner TRD Off-Road Premium. The power is phenomenal. It feels awesome, gets through the gears nice. It does not feel sluggish at all. I will tell you that up front. I love that freaking 4Runner. That one we're never getting rid of. We'll trade out Tundras all day long. That 4Runner, staying put. I got the greatest deal of my life on that 4Runner because that was right in that time period in March, April 2020 when the dealers were so freaked out about COVID, they didn't know what was going to happen, that they were just selling at insanely cheap rates and cheap prices. So I scored, and now I'm going to keep it. She hates cars, doesn't care about anything, but she loves that 4Runner. Copy that says, do you know of any auto show that might have a... I think you already asked that. I answered that. No. Taryn says, stop saying 60K. Hurts my soul every time I hear that price tag. I'm sorry, buddy. 4Runner's rear camera is awful. It's not good. It's not good. A lot of the current... Well, I shouldn't say that. The current gen Tundra camera, it's not bad. I think I've just been in one so long, I'm used to it. So it's not the greatest either. Other brands, when you turn the wheel, like everything turns and you can, you know, really aim to where you're trying to get. But that's just going to make me better when I get into a Toyota that has the option to turn back and forth. It's because I've been dealing with just this straight Sega Genesis 16-bit view. So I still look back, to be honest with you. I have the camera, but I'm old school. I still look back. Like when you do the mirrors, you never trust the mirrors. You do that one quick turn before you change lanes. Got to do it. Got to do it. Isaiah says, do we have an estimate on the new TRD Pro pricing yet? I would think within a week we're going to know. Roger says gas prices are ridiculous in Jersey. Need the hybrid. True. Roger's 100% on that. Remember when gas prices in Jersey were always the lowest because we refine our own oil? What happened to that? Tomeo says, now you know why I kept my 4Runners. Priscilla says, I love OnStar turn-by-turn navigation. Steven says, waiting for the hybrid to come out. Is going to be the worst torture for me, but I bet it's going to be worth it. Yeah, I'm waiting too, buddy. We're waiting together. Beiserman says, Mark is right. My 4Runner is super smooth. Both the motor and trans are great. It's not a V8, but it's not pretending to be either. I'd rather have that than turbo lag. I'm telling you, I had a press vehicle. The first Toyota press vehicle I ever had was a 2017 4Runner. And that thing was insanely slow. Like, it just felt wrong. It was like lost in the gears. I was coming out of a toll booth. Welcome to New Jersey. We have toll booths every 5 feet. I was coming out of a toll booth, and I felt like I was going to get creamed by all the cars around me. But for some reason, this 2020 is absolutely awesome. Power at the ready at all times. I absolutely love it. It's not that much of a gas hog either. M says, Sega Genesis. Haha. I'm being honest, man. Tell me that doesn't look like a Sonic the Hedgehog when you look in the back. It's pretty crazy. Antonio says, as much as I want to keep my 5.7, living in California might make me change my mind and get a hybrid. And Antonio, I'm telling you right now, bud, listen to me. Before you commit to anything as far as buying your vehicle, it's going to be expensive in California to buy a Tundra because it already is. Don't be afraid to look at the states around you. You could get it shipped to you. Save a little coin, buddy. Just trying to help. Taryn says, hey, everyone, take a sec to give a like. I appreciate you, buddy. Ken says, try Cali gas prices well over $4. Yeah, we're all going to Texas. Who's coming? Gilmer says, Mark, buy your truck in Texas and do a video on the trip. I would like to do that, absolutely. All Terrain Nation gave $5 to the channel. Keep up the awesome work. Let's do a live stream soon. Absolutely. All Terrain Nation, you need to go follow. Good dude, good guy, big into the Jeeps. I shouldn't say that. Jeeps, there's a few you're into, though. Are you ever going to figure out that top issue on your Bronco situation? Because that's what I want to see. But All Terrain Nation is awesome. Please make sure you go follow. And I would love to do a live stream with you. I'll make the exception. I don't really do collaborations. I'll do one with you, though, buddy, because you're a good dude. You remind me of me. Tomato says V8 4Runner. Yeah, I got a nice limited. Handyman says I bought my TRD Pro, and it came with 35-inch Toyo mud terrains. What does the group think about going with Toyo AT3s? I fear that my heavy tires will wear out components due to the extra weight, but good otherwise. I had Toyo 33-inch mud terrains in 09, and they were so loud, and my gas mileage went way down. So AT3s are awesome. I would definitely stick with Toyo. Toyo is awesome. Let's see. I have a 2002 Tundra TRD off-road. I'm tempted to get a 2021 before they are gone, but my old truck still runs flawlessly. Well, that truck is probably paid off, so I would just keep the 02 and get a 2021. That's just my opinion. Do what you got to do, but that would be awesome to keep that thing for as long as humanly possible. I love the fact that he's talking 2022, almost 20-year-old Tundra, still running like a dream. How many miles on that? Jerome says price of gas with conversion and everything is $4.54 a gallon now since yesterday. Insane. Terrence says no lie that the 2022 sounds awesome. Tiny bit of turbo lag, but when it kicks in, thumbs up. Jason E says Texas proud. Absolutely. Bronco comes in next month. I can't believe there, and I learned this from you. I didn't even know this, but the Bronco had brand new. Everyone was waiting for the Bronco for how long? Years we were waiting for the Bronco. It was just like the Gladiator from Jeep. When the Bronco came in, and now they have like a roof issue or whatever. Insane, insane. Still a beautiful truck. I saw one at the local dealership here. It does look awesome. I'll be very honest, they did a great job with it, other than the roof issues, but hey, Ford, right? Sam says, heard writers get pennies on dollar for book sales. Yeah, you know, I mean, I think he does pretty well. I don't really ask him about his finances, but he has a lot of fans. So if you like reading, or someone around you likes reading, and you like murder mysteries and stuff like that, Matthew Farrell is my brother. He is a writer. I think he has 4 books out now. Robert says, Governor Murphy happened to our gas prices. They passed additional gas taxes. Great. Priscilla says, Richmond, Virginia's got total booths. I do not. Chippenham Parkway, Laurel. Okay, so Virginia has a lot of toll booths as well. I don't think anyone can compare to New Jersey when it comes to toll booths, just saying. 178,000 miles on my 2002 Tundra, still running strong. Old school Toyota technology, gotta love it. Terrence says, gotta go now, but the sunroof is being so overlooked. It looks amazing. Have a great bowling game, Mr. Dude. Thank you, sir. It's practice today. League is Tuesday. I like to go, you know, once a week to mess around a little bit and make sure I work out everything I need to do so we can keep the average way up. I think I'm going to call it a day, too. Should probably go take a shower and eat something before I go. But, guys, I thank you very much for being here. It was a random time, but it was fun. And I'm glad you guys all hit your notification bell, because that's how you know when I put up these random live streams. So thank you very much for being here. I'm going to do as many live streams as I can coming up. It's the most fun. So I will do my very best with these overnight shifts. It's give and take. It's weird with time. So make sure, if you did not hit the notification bell yet and you just kind of ended up here, hit them well. And hit that notification bell and know every time I put up a video and or live stream. Don't forget. I forget the name of it already. Nope, lost it. Let's start over again. Bam, sparksparts.com, TundraDude34 promo code, saves you 5%. That's for all your Toyota parts. Go check them out. TundraDude34 promo code. If you want to buy all the Toyota gear you see me wear all the time, like this beautiful Tundra hat, all the hoodies, all the stuff behind me, the cup, the mug, all that stuff, Toyota Outfitters, promo code TundraDude, one word, all capital, saves you 25% site-wide. They have everything. Cups, hats, tailgate equipment, apparel, Go check them out. But I thank you guys for being here. It means a lot to me. We have to end this the way we always do. Please give love to your local law enforcement and military. We support you 100% of the time. That includes all emergency services nationwide and Canada, and all military of the 2 countries as well. Thank you very much for all you do keeping us safe. You are heroes, and this channel recognizes you as that. Until next time, be safe and be well.